What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
We want to get into the unspoken rules of a relationship because this guy, Rich, been married 2 years now. 2 years. And you've learned some things.
I've learned a lot of things. In fact, it reminds me of our work relationships. So like when Johnjay and I started the show, we didn't really decide who was going to do what. It just sort of worked out that way, right? Where I would email an idea and then you put them in order of like, we should do this at 7 o'clock. We should do this at 8 o'clock.
But it was always you were going to run the I don't know how to hit the buttons.
Yeah, but we didn't really even talk about it. It just kind of happened that way.
Right.
And I think good relationships should work that way. And I've noticed in the marriage, we've never talked about who's going to do what. It just sort of evolves that way. Like, so I think a good example would be like Stacy doesn't like to go into any stores. I like to go to the store. So if something needs to be picked up at a grocery store, I like to go. She likes the Instacart. She likes to have things shipped to the house, and she will not throw away the boxes, so I am the box thrower away. They just end up somewhere, and I throw them away. I don't really know anybody's birthdays or anybody's like anniversaries, but you guys realize like the gifts have gotten better around here because Stacy gets all the gifts for people. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to travel with any sort of I don't have to like make any airplane arrangements. She'll do all that. She'll make all the travel arrangements. And
so you married an assistant.
She picked all the food, but then I take care of all the cars. She will never put gas in her car. I put gas in the car. I take care of the maintenance. So all these things are kind of laid out. It's kind of cool. Now that you sort of have your idea of the unspoken rules. We've never talked about it, but I know she's not going to say, I need new tires and go get new tires. That's my job. That's my thing. It's unspoken rules. I don't have to make the bed anymore because she makes the bed. She likes a clean bed.
Because when you leave, she's still in it.
Well, that's true.
That would be kind of weird if you made the bed while she was still in it.
Sorry, I've been doing this before we got married. I'm sorry you're in there.
I've noticed that like the cleaning supplies, all that stuff, I take care of, but the decor she takes care of. You see how it all works?
Yeah.
She's not going to be like, we're out of Fabuloso, but I'll see that we're out of Fabuloso and I order that.
We have something sort of like that in our house. It hit home when you said the boxes, because I always just throw the boxes in the garage in this one spot and then they disappear. And I tell Scott, it's like this magic spot. You put the boxes there, they're just gone. They're just gone. I know it's him, but I call it the magic spot.
That's how I feel with my wallet. There's just money in my wallet.
You don't ever go to the ATM.
I never go to the ATM.
But you look for 20, there's one there.
It's just whatever. And she'll say to me, do you have any money? And I'm like, I don't think so. And she'll be like, well, I put $100 in your wallet. I'm like, oh, then I must have $100. I don't know.
I feel like the problem can arise, though, when, like, you think it's an unspoken rule, but the other person didn't necessarily agree to it. Like, apparently, I just make dinner every night.
Is that one of yours?
I so relate to that. Apparently, no one else is going to make dinner around here.
Well, it can turn into that. It could be, I guess I'm the only one that can take out the trash. It turns into that.
Right.
But it's okay, because you have to remember the other stuff.
877-937-1047. Olivia, you have some unwritten rules?
Yes, so our unwritten rule is what side of the bed you sleep on. Now, for my house, it's whatever side I fall asleep on, because my husband works nights, so when he comes home late at night, he sleeps on whatever other side I'm not sleeping on.
That's a good one. Like what side of the bed? Because my wife and I never talked about it. I just slept on the same side that my dad slept on. So
Really?
that's
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I always sleep on the side closest to the bathroom, away from the window.
I feel that. I'm away from the window, too, because I think someone's going to break in. But for Christmas a couple of years ago, my mom got us a sign that literally has Kadeem and Peyton on the top, so we sleep under our names.
That's cute.
What about, like, if you travel somewhere, go to a hotel, are you in the same side of the bed?
I'm farthest away from the window.
It's always the same. It's either farthest away from the window and closest to the bathroom, or furthest away from the window.
Yeah.
Like, that takes precedence.
I totally relate
It's
to
weird,
that.
though, like when the bed is like on a weird side and then you're sleeping on the other side that you normally sleep in. It's like like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
You're like, what's happening?
I tried it for a while. We tried it for like a week.
To switch it up?
Yeah, not that long ago, like a year or two ago, and it was really difficult.
Well, it makes it difficult.
I don't know. Maybe just
Get used
It's
to it.
weird,
yeah. You turn a certain way. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I
just
don't
weird.
think I'd care either way. I mean, we do have sides, but I don't think I would notice or care.
Try it.
It would freak me out.
Just,
maybe.
I don't know, because it is kind of weird.
Unspoken rules. My wife has it broken down to pink jobs and blue jobs. So there's certain jobs that the guys in the house are supposed to do, and there's certain jobs that she does. And then sometimes we get a little debate about it because if she does a blue job, then to me it becomes now officially a pink job. You did it already. So she like.
But is she doing it because you're not getting it done?
Yeah, probably. There's really not a lot that I do.
Okay, what are supposed to be your jobs? Because I know you're not doing laundry.
I don't do laundry, no. Sometimes I take out the trash, but I try to make sure that my son Dutch does it, but sometimes he doesn't, and then I do. She does. Blake will never take out the trash. It's too much. Well, that's not true. She might. But she picks up all the dog poop in the backyard.
Oh, that's
That
big.
sounds like a boy job.
That should
I
be
know. It's a
your
blue job.
That
In
should be a
fact,
kid
we
job.
even had a special toilet put in, but it was put in wrong, so it's never worked. So we have this beautiful toilet in our backyard for dog poop, but it doesn't work. So Blake picks up all the dog poop. So that's something that she does, right? That should be my job.
Yeah, okay.
Unspoken rule. She picks up the dog poop.
We're trying to come up with what is your job. You have to give us an example.
This-
What would you say you do here?
My job, I think I've got it brainwashed to my job is I have to watch TV for work. I swear to God.
Well, you
You're
got
so
yourself
terrible.
a saint
How
there.
does your wife live
It's
with
the
you?
truth. Mackenzie, good morning. You got an unwritten rule?
Yes, good morning. Yes, it seems like the side table of my husband's side table always has cups and water bottles, and I seem to be the person that always cleans up, and he always wonders where the cups went.
Same, Mackenzie, same. I am the water bottle picker-upper. In fact, I give Stacy a count. I'm like, you actually had 7 cups by your bedside last night. She just thinks it's hilarious.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
Exactly, and he's like, he has to do the dishes, so it evens itself out.
Yeah, I think it all evens itself
I
out.
started doing some dishes.
Yeah.
I put them in the dishwasher.
Okay, so we found something that you do.
Yeah. I do that to try to be helpful. Yeah, Grant?
Hey, I was going to say, you're looking at this all wrong, not to borrow a phrase from Kyle here, but
Why not?
if you're not around the house, dude, who's going to do maintenance on your closet trampoline, dude? You know what I mean? Like, you maintain that, right?
I have clothes that rest on my closet trampoline. I jump on my trampoline every morning, but I have all this clothes on top of it. So I push the clothes off the trampoline, then I jump on the trampoline, then I put the clothes back on the trampoline.
Who would do that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's not going to take care of
And then
itself.
I have this thing, and I don't know why I do this, but we have a trash can in the kitchen that you pull out of a drawer and you throw the trash in the trash can. I don't use that. I put all the trash on the counter and I pile it up, and then I'll put it into like a Safeway bag, and then I'll throw that away. But she always interrupts that flow and gets upset that I haven't put it in the trash can yet.
Yeah, 'cause there's
I don't want to
trash
bend down. I don't want to bend down to put the
Trash
trash.
in the
Why isn't the
counter.
trash can higher up?
Higher up.
What is wrong with you? You don't have to bend over. You just throw it in.
I think I would be. I mean, I love my wife and I have a great relationship with her, but it'd be so cool to be single.
It would be a mess.
I would have all my stuff.
Yeah,
Then you would
dirty
have to do
towels
your
everywhere.
laundry. Then
No, I
you would
wouldn't.
have
No, I
to take the
wouldn't.
trash out. Then you would have to do all the things.
Before I met her, I would take my laundry to Fluff and Fold, $7. Does all
I
you
see.
It
want.
doesn't cost that anymore.
It's a little more. Fluff and full.
Fluff and Fold. Anyway, so some unwritten rules.
Unspoken, unwritten, never talk about them. They just kind of fall into place.
She also takes care of her own car, and I take care of my car. She does go and get my car clean, though.
You take care of your
But that's
own
because I don't want it clean. She just is fed up with my car being dirty, so she goes and gets it
car.
clean.
Don't take care of your car. You wait for the warning light to come on, and then you decide
Well,
how
but
long
then
you
I
can go.
take it. I'll take it in. but she'll take her car in for whatever issues are going on
You
with
get
her
the
car.
warning light, and then it's like, serious, we're really serious. You need to take this in.
Sometimes whenever I'm driving her car, if there's low on gas, I'll fill it up, and then I make sure she knows. You see, I fill up the can.
Sometimes Blake is obviously the man in the relationship.
Well, Johnny's just a
bedroom, too.
child, so
He's like, but I watched Severance, and I watched all of it.
I have to watch these shows for work. Do you mind not talking to me right now? Somebody will think I'm the trash later. If we don't talk, and maybe we'll talk about Severance, but it'll be one line. Like, it'll be like, "Do you guys see the finale? All right, next." Like, Den of Thieves 2 is number 1 on Netflix. Anyone start watching that yet?
Yeah, I started.
I started because it's for work. By the way, it is so slow and boring.
It is pretty slow.
Yeah, I can't.
It's Ice Cube's son, right?
Yeah, Den of Thieves 1 was fantastic. Den of Thieves 2? Yeah. Anyway, and you know what? I wouldn't be able to talk about that right now, what I just did, if I was doing laundry or if I was...
you could have
dog
watched
poop.
it while you do the laundry.
Are bending down slightly to throw something in the trash
I was too
can.
busy getting an IV drip watching TV yesterday.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.